All right, guys, before we start this video off, I decided to make this a two-part video just because it got a little long. The video is it's really me looking at everything for the first time, so it's pretty much a one take. There are some cuts in it that I just cut out some extra time dealing with Caden and Kylie, but for the most part it's just a one take, and it's me seeing the instructions and doing this for the very first time, so it gives you like this raw feel of what it would be like if you were to purchase this, so you actually get to see what happened with me. So make sure you subscribe so you know when part 2 releases. It shouldn't be too much longer after part 1, but I just felt like I just wanted to explain to you guys why I'm making it a two-part when it's just one package deal. Appreciate you guys as always, and thanks for checking us out. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys coming back. Today we are working on the generator, specifically the Predator 3500. Got it right down here on the floor. I'll be bringing it up to the bench in a minute. The last video we did was with the surging issue. I made some developments. There was a lot of comments on the previous video. We did do a few more. I'll be mentioning it during this video. A few more changes that seem to be working a little bit better. We are still running fuel in it, gas, non-ethanol. I don't run anything other than non-ethanol in here. But we haven't made the propane conversion yet. There are some on the internet. I just haven't pulled the trigger on any of them. If I do, that'll be another video. I am looking at a few propane conversions or tri-fuel conversions. Just haven't really found one I wanted to pull the trigger on yet. But anyway, we contacted Generator Upgrade Supply, a website who has several, or maybe a dozen or so upgrades that you could do. Spark plugs, oil, they have big tire kits, which we'll be doing this one, and auto start. So we'll be doing both of those today. They actually have a kit you can buy. It's a package deal. They take a little bit of money off if you buy it separately. So we got the package deal. It took a little bit to get here. I didn't really record how long it took. I want to say it was several weeks. They make them to order, so that it's not like a stockpile laying on a shelf. Once you order it, they make it there and then they ship it out. So that's what takes a little bit. But anyway, they're always good. We've ordered stuff from them before, so I definitely recommend, if you want to do any kind of upgrades, reach out to them, and they're definitely, you'll get what you pay for. So today we have it. Came in a couple days ago. It is now the weekend. It's Sunday today, so we Caden's out riding his Jeep. Hopefully he doesn't roll it this time again. Looks like he might. Hey! Alright, I had to take care of business. So got the package. Let's see what's inside. Come on. Alright. So right on top, they have some instructions for the big brake kit. This is just an order with a handwritten note. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes. Little handwritten note thanking you for the patience and support. Just because it takes a little bit, like I said, because they have to manufacture it when you order it. So that's pretty cool. They actually did that last time. They actually wrote a little note when they shipped it out. So that's a nice little personal touch. That's pretty cool. And they also have long, oh boy, hopefully my patience holds out for this. It doesn't look like it's too challenging. I watched some YouTube videos on it from other channels. It doesn't look too crazy. I mean, it's only 24 steps total to do it, but I'm anticipating running into some issues on my end. I'll show you here in a minute, because one of the screw came out of the start switch, so I kind of just glued it in there because I couldn't find a screw, and trying to find replacement parts like that, something like that, is kind of difficult for the Predators. So and when you buy a new switch, it doesn't come with a screw, so you have to reuse the old one. So the other one fell out, and so that might be interesting when we get to that point. But let's keep digging into here. We have something that says new antenna on it. So I'm assuming that they either updated from the previous, or they have old ones at their shop, and they just say, hey, they wrote it down and said this is one of the newer ones. I don't know. But it says new antenna on it. Looks like to be pretty decent quality. Let's see, nothing left in there. We'll just throw that down right there. So it looks pretty. It doesn't look like they might. We'll see if they have double-sided tape somewhere in here, but looks pretty good. I believe this is the choke actuator that you're going to install to automatically choke when you hit the button for auto start. And this looks like has a little switch with a module and an antenna. It's all a little bundled in there, so that looks pretty decent. Everything's shrink wrapped. I don't see any exposed wires where they kind of half-assed any of the connections. It looks pretty decent. All right, let's keep going. I'm assuming that this might be the, oh yeah, it looks like the little key for the keyless start. Dual to RF transmitter, kind of A, B, C, D. It's kind of, looks kind of generic. Battery's already installed in it, but I don't really know how to use it yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it out from the directions. But put it on your keychain. The range is actually pretty decent on these. Right now it was like a couple hundred yards, straight arrow, kind of as a crow flies, with no obstructions. I think I want to say it was 300 yards. I'm sure someone's going to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think it was about 300 yards unobstructed. However, when you turn it off, it really shortens it. I think probably 30 yards. So you could start it and stop it by remote, but stopping it is 30 yards. And they say because of interference when the engine's running from the electronics, it really shortens it up. But I don't really think, I mean, that doesn't bother me. I mean, it might affect some other people, and to me, I just think it's cool to auto start. So I'm sure this is probably another one. So you get two remotes, which would be cool because it'd be for me and Mari. All right, I gotta deal father duties. I'll be right back. Okay, so bear with me, guys. Trying to film a video. Caden's riding his Jeep and Kylie's trying to take a nap. Mari's out trying to get her nails done, so taking a little break from the kids, so I have everything. So anyway, let's get back to it. So we got that, we got the module, the antenna, got the remotes, got some, looks like they gave us some apparel, some stickers, nice little beer koozie for all my brewskis. For those who know me, I'll definitely put that to some use. We got some stickers. Maybe I'll throw them on the generator or something like that. And a sticker with, I'm sure they'll be updating this, but with operating instructions. If you see it, they actually like cross some out. So I'm guessing that they updated some of the instructions, but haven't made new stickers yet. Not a total big deal. You know, if you're updating stuff, I'm sure these are fairly cheap when you buy them in bulk. I get it. You want to get rid of what you have, but kind of looks a little unprofessional when you're just crossing out stuff like that. But if I had to critique it, I love Generator Upgrade Supply. I think I have everything they offer on their website, so don't get it twisted. I love them. Just doing a little critiquing. All right, let's see what we got here. We have Uno big tire. These are the 7-inchers. You can get 6-inchers. You know, I'm driving Gladiator with 37s. I gotta go big. So we got that. Looks like some molded axles. Hold on, I gotta take off my Cletus glasses. Some fiber. Looks like it has a little fiber in there, if you can see it. Some fiber. I don't even know what it's made out of. It's like plastic fibers, kind of molded, and doesn't look like it's cut. Doesn't look like they drill it out. It looks like it's all molded. Really lightweight, pretty decent on strength. So we got one of those. Got another tire. Let's see. Everything's packaged really well. They have all this styrofoam in there. This stuff is really annoying when you try to throw it out. I always seem to get it everywhere, and the kids love to grab it, put it in their mouth, or throw it around the house, which drives me crazy. But I don't know the cost. I'm not a big shipping expert, so I don't know if this is cheaper than bubble wrap or why they chose to do it this way. But either way, I mean, it comes in a really nice box. Priority mail to your house, so it's packaged really well. All right, I'm being summoned again. Be right back. All right. So we got 4 tires. We have one of this thing. I think this might be the something with the brake. I think that's it. Yep, I don't feel anything else, so. All right, let me get rid of this and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we got everything taken out, got that little box thrown out with all the friggin' styrofoam. See what I'm talking about? I'm already finding this stuff floating around. I don't even know how this crap happens. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try to do the big tire upgrade first. We'll try to tackle that. That's the shorter one. All right, it comes with, oh God, I already ripped it. Jesus. Oh man. They give you, see, a little bit more critiquing. So they give you your installation instructions. Pretty simple, straightforward. They even give you the tool that's needed. They tell you, they don't give you everything. A screwdriver, a cotter pin included, set screw wrench, and 2 2x4s are similar to prop up the generator to install the new wheels. All right, so we probably don't have everything, but we'll make do. I don't think I have 2x4s laying around here. Sure don't. Got some plywood. But So my critique is they give you the tool, really cool, thanks a lot, but they use some serious tape. So, and it's right over the instructions. So I fear that, I fear ripping the instructions. It is coming up a little bit. Ooh. All right, we're getting somewhere. If this is something you want to do, definitely be careful with pulling this off. I mean, they definitely make sure that they definitely want to make sure that that tool ain't coming off. This big thing, I mean, it's the size of almost the size of the tool itself. It could probably be done with a little Scotch tape would have probably sufficed. But anyway, we are in South Florida, so it's only 11:15 right now in the morning, and it is probably knocking on the door of 90 degrees already. So very, very hot, very humid. Probably helps a little bit with the adhesive. So for you in the colder climates, ripping that off, just be careful. You don't really want to rip the instructions. So let's see what we are gonna do here. Probably gonna try to I guess that's what I'm trying to do. Hang off 2 tires or a side or an end off the table, and just do one at a time, or one side at a time, or one end at a time. So let's let me get up there and take a look and see what we have. Remove stock wheels by removing hubcap with small flat screwdriver. All right. Let's for those I work out, I definitely lift some weights. So this generator, it's about, I think it's over 200 pounds. So for some of you, you might want to stay on the ground, work on the ground, and find those 2x4s or bricks or something to prop it up. Me, I'm gonna bring it up on the bench just because I know I can lift it that high, and work from there. All right, so I don't know if you can look at the bottom here. Okay, so it looks like they have axles extending the whole length. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one side at a time, or one end. Let me correct myself. One end at a time. There we go. So in essence, I'll do one axle at a time because I'm sure you're gonna have to probably slide it out. So let me get a flathead, pop off those things. Let me go to my trusty toolbox that, I always gotta search for stuff. All right. Pop on, let's see something. Love my Cletus glasses, but still a little too dark. Pop over those. Alright, got a little pin in there. Let me. It's a little cocker pin. that off. Uh-oh, come on, Kai. Don't wake up yet. Huh. I mean, that's super easy. If any of you know me, I have a minor mechanic background. I know some of you out there will definitely have more experience than I do, but I have basics. So don't think I'm highly skilled at all, because I'm very not in this avenue. So for some of you that don't have a mechanic background, don't be scared to tackle this on yourself. It's pretty straightforward. It looks pretty easy. All right, let's see next. Remove cotter pin and washer. Wheel comes off. Did that already. Prop it up. Did that. Tighten set screws with included wrench as tight as possible while applying back pressure to the axle. Huh? All right, so they look like it comes down. Install stock brake plate. Okay. Oh, nice. So, for any of you that have these bad boys right here, love them. For the price, they're great. They are creeping up in price. They did update them a little bit, not much. I think they just put a fuel gauge on it, so they are definitely creeping up in price. Knocking on the door of like $900 for these things. I bought mine, I think, for $699. So I've had it for a few years, but I definitely wait for sales. Sometimes they have sales at Harbor Freight. You could probably get $100 knocked off or something like that. But anyway, I digress. These things are notorious for a loud rattle, and that is contributed by this thing right here. This is the brake that locks your tires, and in stock form, it sits there and rattles, and it'll just sit there and rattle. You'll hear it like we go to Big Cypress. We're at primitive camping, and it's just us, no one else around, and that's all you hear is the generator. Just little. These things are super quiet, but you just hear the little rattles, like bing, 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 bing. If I know some of you are probably laughing already, but yeah, so it just sits there and rattles, and it's so annoying. I'm constantly out there trying to prop it and try to put some pressure on it so it stops it. But so apparently this fixes it. No more rattle. So they say it is, I'm skipping, so I'm assuming we took it off. It says prop up on the generator, but then it just says goes and tighten screws. So I'm assuming that you're supposed to put this on first, then go ahead and tighten it. So put some back pressure. Yeah, so definitely put this on first, then tighten them. But I'm skipping ahead to the brake adapter because I'm on that side where the brake is. So install as pictured. All right, so these cuts are going to be facing downward, and you're going to install it just like this, I guess. All right, so they don't tell you this. So this looks like a little different than the one they pictured. I hope that doesn't change the way to eliminate the rattle, slightly hammer, maybe needed to fit. All right, so the picture And if I could tell, if you could see, if I could get it, yeah, you can see it, how it's almost cut out, notched there. Well, this one doesn't have a notch anywhere on that side, besides here, but that's not a notch as pictured. So, I guess we'll give it a go. We'll give it a try. I mean, I don't know. You'll guys find out, but so there is like thin holes and then a little wider hole. They don't really, it seems to fit better in the thin hole. There we go. In the directions, they say you might have to hammer it a little bit, but that just slid right in there. And so the tabs I put in the thinner slot. It seems to fit better. If they were in the wider slot, it kind of rotates a little bit, but. So, all right, go next, go me. I'm doing it. Let's start. Where the hell did I put it here? Let's pressure for delivery rattle. Install wheel with brake adapter by using the sight hole to line up the set screw. Oh God. Oh, so that might be. Oh, so maybe they did update it. So I think this might be what they're talking about is by using the sight hole to line up the set screws. So I'm assuming that this is the sight hole, which used to look like the little slot, but they upgraded. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. All the tires look the same, so I'm assuming that they just, oh, that's pretty cool. Fits pretty nice in there. You can see it grabs the spokes of the wheel. Pretty nice, and the screws are right through that little hole. So let me go try to, I need to pull this out a little bit more. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. It's a little rusty under there, so I'm gonna have to probably. So what you can do is once you set it, you can actually turn the. Let me try to get you down a little bit. Let me bring you closer. So you could actually spin the axle a little bit if it's not lined up in the little sight hole thing. Put a little back pressure on it. You go ahead and tighten down. It's pretty easy. You know, the only thing I have to say about that is you can't really, they say try to tighten it as tight as you can, but with these things, try to twist and get it in there. You can't really crank on it too much. I think Mari stole my Allen wrench key. Maybe not. Might have some right here. A little bit, might be a little bit better. This is my personal one that I got from Craftsman. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah, that's much better. All right, cool. So it's on. I would definitely, this works great for putting them on, but I definitely, if you have it at your house, a nice Allen set where you could really crank on it a little bit, get it tighter, because this thing's gonna be vibrating. This thing's vibrating all night, so if you don't really have that on too well, I can see it being an issue. So, all right, let me get the other ones on, and we'll be right back at you and see how it is. Ready? The magic of the camera. Poof! Here we go. They're completely on. So, they seem pretty sturdy. I know there are some pneumatic tires out in the market that are, I believe they're pneumatic, or they might be solid tire. Might be a little bit better for sand or really soft stuff, but I mean, let's be honest. I mean, how many times are you really gonna be trying to wheel your 3500? I don't know how long the sand. I mean, even soft sand. I mean, those tires aren't gonna really do well with this stuff. So, but these are solid tires. Everything seems to be pretty solid. The brake, definitely an upgrade. But you do gain some ground clearance here. Maybe, I mean, we're at just about 3 inches of ground clearance. I didn't measure what it is stock. My bad. But I don't really think that's that big of a deal. But so we're at 3 inches, but the significant thing is the width. You definitely gained some width here. We are just about from the side of the tire to the other side of the tire. I'm not including the little nut for the axle. We are at 21.5 inches. Up from stock, which is probably just around 16.5 inches. So it is a significant width change. So for some of you that store your generator in an enclosed area on your trailer or in the back of your truck, or however you do it where it's completely enclosed, this might be an issue for you. From the, I mean, 21 and a half up from 16. I mean, you're almost talking about like a half a foot there. So give or take. So yeah, I mean, that's a significant width. So keep that in mind when you're ordering it. Definitely like it. Definitely makes it look pretty cool. So let's get this thing on the grass and see how it does, and I'll show you how it does on the grass. All right, so we are on the side of my house here. We have the traditional South Florida sod, the St. Augustine. If anyone knows, this grass is really thick. Even walking on it to cut the grass is a workout in itself. So this would be a pretty good test to see the difference. Now, with the stock little 2-inch tires, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't even try this. Those are pretty much junk. They are good just to say it has wheels. Maybe on a hard surface, pushing it back and forth, but anything like this, you might as well just be dragging it. The tires really don't do anything. So let's give this a little push and see how it does. I mean, I laugh because, wow, what a difference. That's definitely going to make things easier for me when primitive camping, trying to wheel it, because, you know, just keep in mind when you're running a generator, you got the exhaust, and when you're in a little trailer, you don't want the generator too close. That freaks me out. That gets me nervous. especially with the little ones. So I have a pretty good extension cord, about 50 to 100 feet, and so I push the generator as far as I can away from the trailer and from anyone else that we go camping with. Just to some people we go camping with are very primitive. They don't do generators. Some of them don't even do battery banks. It's completely very authentic camping. No electronics, no nothing. So to respect them, we kind of push it away so they don't hear that hum. Like I said before, these things are super quiet, but it's a generator. It's a running engine. You're not going to make it completely silent. So I usually push it, and this definitely is going to help, because most of the time I have to carry it, and what a pain in the butt to try to carry this thing. I mean, like I said earlier, I work out, I lift weights and everything like that, so 200 pounds isn't really nothing to me, but 200 pounds trying to carry it 50 yards or 75 yards is definitely a pain in the ass. So, all right, well, the wind's picking up a little bit, kind of feels kind of good down here, but let's get back inside and see if we can start tackling that auto start.